So guys, some of the frequently asked questions. Firstly is, can you really do this? Well, the question is, if no matter what business you have, if you're interacting with people on a daily basis, you can always in the morning press the referral link on your phone that you'll find a little bit and just tap that. Now they'll get a link that comes up on their phone, and as you meet them during the day, you can say, did you get the link I sent you? I just wanted you to know about this new great organic food app where you can get food that's almost the same price as your supermarkets. And that's all. It's just a really good idea to go organic because the chemicals are really destroying our health. If you're not, do you like organic, or do you think organic's important? And if they say yes, great, we'll check it out. If they say no, hey, look, let me just send you this link about Four Corners. I think Catalyst, put out this link about our chemical lives, and read that, because when I saw that, it really convinced me that being organic is probably pretty important. I just wanted you to know that. How's your day been? How can I help you today? And go on about your daily business. Now, if you can do that 10 times over the course of the next year, I think you've already mission accomplished. You can do this in one day. The other ways that you could do this is you could just put a post on your Facebook page. If you've been a person putting a lot of quality and informative information on Facebook already or on your website, you're going to have a network of people who trust you, who are looking to you for information. And when you post this on, they're going to take you seriously, and they're going to check it out, and they're going to have a look at it. And I think if you just made one post, you could already have with a link to say where to download it. The company's going to know that you were the person who linked to that person, and therefore they're going to shop at your supermarket. So getting 10 people to link into this supermarket is an easy thing to do. Let's be honest, you could easily get 50 or 100 people. You could easily be making, instead of $5,000 per month, you could maybe be making $50,000 per month. Maybe not in the first 10 weeks, but definitely within a couple of years. That's easily possible. I think you can definitely do this. The question you have to ask yourself is, do you want to do this? Would you feel good promoting organic food and being part of changing the landscape of how food's distributed here in Australia? Would you be good saving people's lives by saving them from consuming these chemicals which are totally destroying our health? I think you should, you could, and I definitely think you would feel good. And I think you just need all of your questions answered so that you can have confidence going forward that you can make money out of this. I think you can definitely do this. Can you make money out of this? Well, have another look quickly at this, how this works. If you tell 10 people and you've got 640 people, can you really get this duplicity? We've used this idea that one person can tell 2 over 2 months. Now, can one person tell 2 people in 2 months? I think the answer is obvious. In a month, you can easily tell your best friend. Why would you tell the other person? Well, you could tell them because the company's saying, I'm going to give you a $10 voucher every time you shop. If you're already a shopper, why wouldn't you just tell one person, why don't you put the email in every single time you shop, get a $10 discount every single time you shop? Isn't it possible that one person could tell 50 people instead of 2 people? And what if every single person told 50 people and those 50 people told 50 people? I mean, hello, you could have, instead of having one person tell 64, you could have one person telling 3,000 people over the next year. So don't underrate this idea. Don't underrate the possibility that this could go completely viral. Not through every single consumer, of course. You got one person who could go home and tell nobody. But on average, you could easily have 640 people. Now, wouldn't at least 50% of people be interested in the idea of going organic if it was the same price? I definitely think so. Finally, we got this idea of getting the cost. I think we've already talked about how you can get the cost close to zero by making it, by claiming it through your tax, through your BAS, $900 for your tax, $300 for your BAS, give away $300 worth of gifts, and the other $1,500 is actually just stuff that you would have bought anyway, you would need it anyway in your own food budget. So the real cost is actually zero. The upfront cost is about $3,000. You got to get that money. So of course you could use a credit card, 55-day interest-free credit card, or you could actually just divert funds from other investments that you have. And of course, if you just don't even have that possibility, you could check out Crediflex. You could talk to a guy up there who will give you your details. If you PM me or email me, he'd set you up and get you going on this. And of course, if that's still a problem, speak to me, because there's more things that we can do to make this price lower and lower and lower to get you involved. If you're keen on this, you say, look, I'd love to do this, I just can't because of X, Y, and Z in my life at the moment. Financially can't do it. I wouldn't want that to be the thing that stops you. You could go on to make, hundreds of thousands of dollars from this. I wouldn't want $1,000 to stop you from getting started. I'd help you to make it possible. Finally, a lot of people have concerns about multi-level marketing. I mean, I did. I was involved in some of the multi-level marketing companies early on in my career, and since that time, I really avoided them like the plague. I didn't want anything like that through in my clinic. So, if I wasn't 100% happy and confident and comfortable in this idea, I wouldn't be taking it into my clinic. My clinics is too valuable, too precious, and my clients trust me too much for me to do anything but do the right thing by them. And I've looked at this, the guy behind it, he's taken some other products to market. He's a marketer. He's not so much about the product, it's about how you reach the market, and that's what he's all about. I'm about the product, and I love this product, so I'm happy with the way he's taking it to the market. I think the things about multi-level marketing, the gremlins were the fact that it wasn't viable. We've been told that, hey, if you tell one person you're going to get 500 people using it, and they didn't. Why? What's stopping someone from telling someone else about a free app? Of course they're going to tell people, but what's stopping someone from telling someone about a $500 skin cream that you got to put on? People are not going to share the idea if they think, oh, gee, it's just so expensive, it's just a bit cringeworthy, or if it promises to get rid of all the wrinkles and then it doesn't. Broken promises, overinflated prices, and then just systems that are Ponzi-like that just crumble and break down. What's the difference here? Well, we're going to have retention of our customers, because once they find out about this and they find the price point is acceptable to their life, why would they go back to eating chemicals and consuming chemicals? The platform's vetted, so it's all going to be 100% vetted organic. Now, if some particular product is no good, is unpopular, and it's not rated up there, then it's going to fall off the platform, and a new product's going to come on. So the competition, the fair market competition, is going to ensure we get retention. The fact that we don't have to sign anyone up, the fact that we don't have to have minimum monthly orders, means the ability to get people onto the platform is very easy. There's very little resistance, because why wouldn't you check out a free app? Why wouldn't you be part of this? Why wouldn't you benefit if you could? Everyone wants to know about the new Aldi coming into Australia, and everyone wants to go in and have a walk through their aisles and check it out. Everyone's going to want to know about this app, download it at least, and at least have a look. Now, they might not use it now, but in 6 months' time, they might go, that's it, I'm making a change, and all of a sudden they're using the app, or they've told 10 people they didn't use the app, but 10 other people have used it. So I think that the retail branch of this company, where you just become your own virtual supermarket, where the company says, any person who starts using this app because of the words you've spoken, because of something that you shared electronically, we'll track it back to you, and we'll make sure you benefit from it. There is really, just because there's levels of referrals of people talking to people, that's not multi-level marketing. That's just leverage. That's just leveraging other people's time, and I think that's great. Now the wholesale side, if you do happen to get your hand on some sort of plan, compensation plan or whatever, talk to me, because it's that overcomplicated. People look at it and sometimes they think multi-level when they look at the wholesale, the commercial side of things. And what it really is if you have, say, layers of, say, 7 different supermarkets, where, how did this supermarket come into existence? Well, because someone else who decided to start their own supermarket happened to mention it to them as a great idea. Now suddenly another supermarket's come into existence. They talk, another supermarket comes into existence. And what all of these supermarkets do is they have this income sharing where they say, okay, well, maybe 3 or 4 of us are going to be fantastic and one might not. What we're going to do is we're going to wish-wash all that income through, and we're going to actually share. Instead of me just making 30%, we'll all make 6%. And that way we're going to buffer ourselves against the storms. And I think it's a great idea. I think that's the only reason why they've done this, instead of you just benefiting from the supermarket that you've planted, that you've put the work into starting that franchise. It is a little bit more work on the commercial side of things. It's not just telling a customer, download, boom, see ya, never talk to them again, and they've told 300 people. It's actually speaking to that person. Maybe it's giving them a bit of encouragement. Maybe it's giving them a little bit of insight, sharing some ideas with what you've done. That side of the business is more for the entrepreneur and the businessman. That does have this multi-level aspect to it, but don't be put off by that. It's not multi-level marketing, not a Ponzi scheme. It's just a way of sharing the income in such a way that it protects us all. So whatever you decide, if you say, look, I love the retail, that's what I felt drawn to at the beginning. But as I got more involved with organic, I wanted to spread the word far and wide about organic. I already wanted to help change the Australian landscape. I wanted to reach about 3,000 people this year. And I knew that I just couldn't do that all by myself. I was going to need other people to help me. So I decided not just to be my own retail, not just to spend my time in my clinic, which I easily could have done, which I probably wanted to do, but to push myself a little bit in the commercial side and let other people know. And if you love that idea and you're an entrepreneur, you can go and tell everyone. I mean, I'm just telling my friends, and I'm just telling people I know that are in business and people that I know are entrepreneurial and that could really benefit from having more balance in our life, having more time balance, having something that gives us a little bit more leverage in what we do, what we don't do in our life. And this is an opportunity of a lifetime. You should take it with both hands. Don't forget, if you haven't already got that message loud and clear, you do need to register, and make sure you register quick enough so that you don't miss out on this great idea. Okay, thanks for listening.